give us maybe a few different options of how you see it going, and we'll start there and see where everybody feels comfortable. Does that sound okay?
Great. Perfect, yes.
Okay.
And again, it's not so strict that you're miserable, and it's not to the point where you're laying in bed and you're wanting to die because you're feeling, deprived. It's not about that at all. So it's about still feeding your body, giving it strength, but, giving it detox, ways to help detox all of the body, the liver especially, but the blood, the kidneys, the gallbladder. So everything is just like basically giving your body a reboot. So what it looks like is I tailor things, giving a parameter of what I'd like for people to do for 7 days or 14 days. You can pick. Really on how you start your mornings. What do you do in the mornings? What breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And some people can do maybe possibly a juice in the morning and or a smoothie if they like, but doing juices and then moving into a little bit more substantial foods. But I can give you choices on that, and I will recommend a supplement. I say liver cleanse, but it's a liver detoxification kit that supports all of the body, the kidneys. But I'll give you some ideas on what I do like for supplements. That is very safe. It's herbal, and it just has a little bit gentle binders. Meaning you need a binder to go with the cleanse. Binders are basically like a charcoal base that you take to be able to bind the bad guys, the toxins leaving, and be able to scoot it out. But I was telling Suzanne prior to this phone call that it's very important to prep ahead of time. So let's say we're starting in a week, you're going to schedule a massage, you're going to schedule sauna time, you're going to schedule a day off from work or whatever it is to make sure you're going to have we're working on your detox pathways being open. So open to be able to release, helping you to release toxins, and toxins are usually stored in fat cells. So you're going to be losing weight during the cleanse, possibly, and definitely after, because you're still cleansing after you cleanse. So I was telling Suzanne, it's just as important, even more important, how you get on the cleanse and how you get off the cleanse. You don't want to be having a hamburger the day after you have finished your cleanse. Obviously, go out for a big, martini. So you're going to, I'll tailor it where I'll give you recipes, ideas for that as well. I'll give you ideas on how to take your supplements. And you can use me as a sounding board. I don't mind texting a few, phone calls here and there, individual as well. For people, because I know it's you're like, what should I do? What should I, how should I make this work? And I can tailor it to has, level 1 or level 10. We can have fun, whatever we want to do. So I'm your personal sounding board for this. And it's, even if you're on medication, even these things are very, it's a gentle cleanse, and I'm not a believer in harsh cleanses. We do a gentle releasing of toxins, allowing your body to let go. Always doing it, the beginning end of the season, which is, spring here soon. So we're looking at that, working with the nature's rhythms. Making sure you've got clean water access. We're not drinking refrigerator water or tap water. You're going to set yourself up for success. So you're going to give yourself 5 to 7 days of prepping beforehand. You're going to get up, lots of lemons, you're going to get, your fruit, you're going to get your produce, you're going to get set up for a massage if you like massages, or you guys have a walk group and get to walking in the neighborhood to get the sweating and the lymphatic system going. I'll even add tips about how you do maybe the quick 6, it's called, where you're working with the main 6 lymph points of the body to make sure that's open, to make sure all your pathways are open. So you're going to be this fat-burning, glowing machine before you're finished.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So really, it's gentle, and it's and you can still have a life. Still go out and have dinner with girlfriends if you need to. But you're going to be telling the wait staff. You're going to tell the wait staff, hey, I need to please don't cook this in canola oil, or steam it, or use whatever that kind of thing. It's a little bit of true olive oil. And that's okay. And maybe have a mocktail, that kind of thing. So yes, during the cleanse, it's preferred not to drink alcohol. So we can think about, having a mocktail, if it's possible. 7 days, we could do it. or 14 days, whatever you're going for. But I have had people do, very, a half a glass of wine. It's not going to be a true cleanse, but they do have a little bit of that once in a while. I can tailor it for whatever you need. Again, you're like, I have my daughter's wedding or whatever it is, something that if you're going to have a little bit of alcohol, but again, tailoring it to how it works best for you. When everyone has maybe it's for weight loss, maybe it's just to help, feel better and get out of bed and not have aches so much. You take a layer of the toxins out and you're just going to feel better. It's just going to make you just feel better. And it doesn't have to be treacherous where you're, making this miserable. I've done every kind of cleanse and I've worked with so many people over almost 30 years of this, and you don't have to suffer so much, So that's my kind of theory.
So what kind of cleanse, Jen, would you recommend? Out of all you've been doing this for 30 years, what do you think would be the easiest for everybody to do, get a great result, and not feel like a deer in the headlights, like I don't know what to eat, or feel overwhelmed? Like a nice introduction to cleanse, but they'll still feel a great result.
Well, yes. Well, it's not going to be really a name of one. It's going to be, I'm going to be, I tailor it. I give you everyone has an email. I'll be able to email everybody the exact plan. It gives you, every single day and information about how to detox and what to eat, what not to eat, those kind of things. So, I prefer to at least limit meat or no meat. I'm not vegan. I know, there's some that are, it's fine. Again, tailoring it to whatever, your body wants. We're going to look at the dairy, no alcohol, no soy, corn, or peanuts, the high allergens. And obviously we're going to, limit or no processed foods. So it's going to be, salads with, beautiful olive oil and apple cider vinegar and lots of beautiful crunchy vegetables with beautiful, salt and herbs on it. And dinner could be a broth with some avocado, and if you want, if this could be if you're feeling upset, you need some more food substance, you can add an egg to it if you prefer. There's some things you can do, maybe, that you can, make it work for yourself. But you want to keep your detox pathways open. So you're going to be, exercising still, going to the pool or whatever, your source of movement is to keep your lymphatic system going, because that is your garbage disposal, trash eliminator is your lymph. So we keep that sucker moving. Again, as I mentioned in the class, when I talked to y'all about, not having like a pond-like body, having a river, so it's moving. Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure that answered your question, Suzanne, but just really it's a, yes, elimination diet. It's going to be eliminating those top guys, but giving you tons of choices. You can have, cooked zucchini or with the broth and some, delicious soups you can have, this kind of things, and not being deprived. And again, you're like, I can't make this soup, and what else can I do? And I'll text you some 3 ideas.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Question: I'm going to be on a cruise next week. How important is it to have organic? Am I going to be messed up if I'm eating their vegetables?
No, I think you send it good juju, and I think you're going to have fun, and the energy of being on a vacation and the feeling that, great energy of that. You're going to be, eating as clean, telling them no canola oil would be my main thread of point to them. Canola oil is highly inflammatory and very rancid and will inflame you, making you not feel as vibrant and good. So that's what I would say. And they say it's allergies, say yes. You're not lying, because we all do have an allergy to canola oil. It's highly rancid. So that's what I would do. And I would, just being as clean as possible, not eating, 3 croissants,
Any croissants. Are you eliminating coffee on this?
No.
What?
No. You can add 1 cup of black coffee, and you can add cinnamon to it if you like.
All right.
Ceylon cinnamon. So it has to be, this is what the prep work is ahead of time, it has to be organic, quality, good coffee. You're not going to go buy Dunkin' Donuts and get black coffee. That's going to be extremely moldy coffee, making you not detox properly. So my choices of coffee is Purity, Life Boost. There's a Kion brand, Kion. In a pinch, Bulletproof is decent. It's not organic. The company's been bought out, but he still is good. Or the company is, that's at the store if you need to buy something quickly. He also has Danger Coffee. Those are all mold free and organic or close to it. So
Do
those.
Do they
so
have
think about
Do they have mushroom in it or no?
no. You can get the ones the sigmonic. What is the one was with the mushrooms? You can get the ones with mushrooms. That's fine.
No, I don't want
Mushrooms.
mushroom. I'm allergic to mold.
But mushroom
Yeah,
coffee,
yeah,
Jen,
yeah.
is okay? Mushroom coffee? It's okay?
If it's high quality, yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, it's a fungus. You have to be careful. People are fighting with any kind of yeast issues, mold issues. You don't want to be doing too much. I don't care how high quality the mushrooms are. So people can go overboard with, healthy things are great, but people can go overboard with healthy things
Right.
that cause issues.
And how about, Jen, how about juicing? Like, would that be a part of it? Could we add juices
It can
in?
be a part of it. Now we can go to Christopher's Kitchen and get juicing. We can make our juices. There's other juice places around here. We can. That's wonderful. That's certainly a way to accelerate the cleanse.
Mm-hmm. I
If,
like that.
you can absolutely do that. That would be, a liquid vitamin. Basically, you're looking at a juice. So you wake up in the morning, you can have lemon water with your minerals. You can have a little bit of black coffee. And then 20, 30, or an hour, minute, later, you can have your juice. Or you can do it, the water juice, and then like an hour later have your coffee, which might be better.
So
Go
if
ahead,
you're
your question.
grilling vegetables, just a pure olive oil?
Olive oil, yes, would be the best choice, or just, keeping it, or steaming it and things and keeping it. And if you're not vegan, you could do a teeny bit of ghee.
What about water? What kind of water?
And protein.
Any kind of non-tap water, mineralized water. Mountain Valley is my favorite water to buy in a pinch if you don't have a filter.
Okay.
And Bishop Water is a local company that will deliver it. You can get that started looking into that. Again, we're looking at this being fun, this cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at this is going to be a cool way to upgrade your for lifetime. You're going to be like, oh, I like this water. Oh, I like this way we did this grilled vegetables and these kind of things. We do it raw. For protein, we can do nuts and seeds, and we have a little avocado. You can add a little bit of meat protein if you like, preferably not beef. I like to keep your system running as clean as possible. So if you do need a little bit, that's okay. No judgment on where people are. It's not good or bad. It's where you are. And so you can add a little bit of that egg to that broth. You can add even a little bit of wild salmon if it's truly wild salmon. A little bit of that's okay. A little bit that's fine. So again, you're still going to be cleansing and purifying and thinning your blood. Is a really good point of all this.
I just have to share something. After Dr. Josh's lecture, it was time to eat. I didn't know what to eat. I had sauerkraut and a little tuna.
Oh, wow.
That was my meal because I couldn't figure out what else to eat.
That's why I'm saying, Jen, sometimes it can feel like overwhelming for people. That's why I like the idea of like adding a juice, or we had said maybe we'll just meet and go to Christopher's Kitchen one night because there's so many great options there. But I think I'm speaking for myself as well. A lot of times you do a cleanse and you're like, I don't know what to eat. They come with a book this thick and you're like, I have to put 30 ingredients and make a soup, or, it can feel a little overwhelming like that. So I think adding the juices in is nice because that's usually a quick, easy fix and can give you a lot of nutrition. But I think that's the biggest part, is that sometimes you just feel like, what do I eat? Because so many things are, really not good for you, unfortunately.
I know, and so that's where I am the, your base for knowing what to do. So, that's where you say, if you're having a moment, everything's going to be laid out. But again, you take it you can mix things up and what I'm going to give you daily and weekly, or for the week or the 2 weeks. But if you need to make a little tweak, say I need an egg with this.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I need 2 eggs with it. You're still gonna be cleansing. For your own regular diet, it's gonna be definitely healthier probably, and we're gonna be working on cleansing. So
Jen, 2 questions. Would you recommend 1 or 2 weeks?
it depends on the person's lifestyle. Depends on I see benefits with 7. And some people say it's too scary to do 14, but then they love how they feel on 7. They're like, I'll keep going. So that's what happens a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll slowly go back and say, I'm going to have a little, if they want a little dairy, or they're going to have a little bit of champagne one night. And it kind of just a little bit, and that's day, 16, 17. But, or have a little bit of meat, whatever it is, to kind of get off the cleanse. It's really up to you. I've seen, you're going to benefit from 7 for sure.
Okay.
14 days, no doubt. You're going to feel wonderful. But the secret trick is making sure your detox pathways are open. Just meaning all it means is self-care. Take an Epsom salt bath. Yesterday, I'm so busy with clients, which I love my job. I have a special needs son. I'm a single mother. We all have our stories of how busy we are. And I took a bath at 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday, a salt bath. They washed out my face. I put a face mask on. So that is a great way to open up my detox pathway. So that's part of your homework, is to do a detox bath. And I'll give you ideas for that. Set up a massage. Go buy a trampoline and jump outside for 5 minutes lightly. You don't have to be crazy on it. Just lightly jump on that to move your lymph system.
There's a power plate in our gym that people can use.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's
excellent.
easy. It's 5 minutes. You just stand on the power plate and you're good.
Exactly. So it starts to move your lymph, and that's just a great way to move everything. So again, you're moving a river, and then things start to eliminate through urine, sweat, tears, everything. Bowel movements, and it's so much better. So making sure we're all having proper bowel movements is important for the cleanse. No one's backing it back up too much.
So what type of supplements are we going to be taking, and what would be the cost of the supplements and the cost of your service?
So the supplements looking at is a supplement, and we could sign up for full script, or I think Suzanne already has it, or someone may already have it, but that's a good way to get discounted supplements through, it's just a nice website. You can get discounted supplements, and it's called Push Catch Liver Cleanse, and I love that because it's very simple. That's 113, and that is, that will last you 2 weeks. And that's a great, I love that company. It's called Quicksilver. And for me, it's 150 for each person.
Say that one more time, Jen. I didn't hear you say.
150 for each person. Is that 1 or 2 weeks, or is it both? Whatever we want to do.
It's for both. It's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
As long as people are not, I don't think anyone's going to be, I can't, people are trying, just in reason, reaching out to me, which is fine, of course, but I just, I don't mind 3 or 4 texts and, a phone call if needed here and there, of course. So that's what I feel. And my liver cleanse that I have on my website is $225, but I always, give a group of women together, I always want to give discounts. So it makes me
Thank
happy
you.
to do
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with, like, say 2 smoothies to replace 2 meals in a day?
So 2 smoothies to replace 2 meals in a day?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, if the smoothies are low sugar, meaning it's not too many, like you're not having mango, papaya, and a bunch of, pineapple in there kind of thing. Not that fruit's bad, but mixing, having it too much together. Yes, that's fine with enough fiber in that. Maybe adding a little bit of avocado is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Some herbs, throwing cilantro. I love cilantro during the cleanse.
Yeah.
It's a great mental detoxifier. Incredible for the body. So adding that to a smoothie, adding that to the top of your soups or your eggs or anything else, even from now on.
Would you add spirulina to your smoothie?
You can if it's high quality. Now again, you have to make sure it's very high quality. Usually the Hawaiian grade is the best in my opinion, or there's a few other ones that are good. You do need to be careful because they do contain sometimes heavy metals.
How about Christopher's spirulina?
It was excellent.
Okay, good.
Harvey is excellent, and those are all my supplement recommendations. All the brands from Christopher's Kitchen are all from me. Vimergy is the company that I told them to get. They're highly. I work very closely with Vimergy and global healing as well in my business. So that's what I referred them to. That one. Those are great.
Okay,
So
good.
absolutely trust that. And Harvey is top notch, the chef, of course, of Christopher's. He does not mess around. He knows his stuff.
We're going to Kai Kai Farms if you want to join us. He's cooking one night.
Did you know I'm sure you know, Jen, that he's going to be a Kai Kai?
Yes, when is he,
I made copies. I think it's the 24th. I can't look because I
We'll
have my
let you
thing.
know, Jen. I will let you know. But if you want to join us, we've got a big group
We have
together.
a group
We're
that
going to
we're
head
gonna all sit
over.
together. I'm gonna
I'll let
reserve
you know.
seats.
I'll text you.
Is that the one with the
okay,
wine?
thank you.
That's the one with the wine.
So, Jen, I learned how to make sourdough bread. I had somebody come over the other day, and I learned how to make sourdough bread, and it was fabulous. Now, I
Yes.
know it's good for you because it's fermented, which is great for me because most fermented foods I really don't care for. Is that something that I would be able to eat during the cleanse, or that kind of has to be on hold?
That would be on hold,
Okay.
sorry.
So no gluten, I would assume.
No gluten,
No bread.
no bread,
Right, okay.
no.
Could you have like
want
a
to keep your pathways open, and I love sourdough, and it's already pre-digested, and the gluten's already broken down, but it still has a little teeny bit in there. I love it though, but not for the cleanse.
okay? If you wanted to say have like a pasta with a vegetable, could you do a quinoa pasta?
I would rather not.
Okay.
I don't, unless you show me the brand of the quinoa. I usually don't like. Let me know which one you're doing.
I could use spaghetti squash and just do something like that and saute
Yes,
that with
I'd
some.
rather
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Zucchini pasta, those things are great. Absolutely, so that's good. So, and you can play with, keeping it simple. Just keep it simple. Salads, and you want to massage your lettuce with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and olive oil to kind of help you break down the salads. Anyone who's having low hydrochloric acid or any kind of gut issues, let me know ahead of time. But broths are excellent. Again, going to Christopher's Kitchen, making it easy, picking up, they've got, the kale macro bowl is amazing. There's so many options there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be, lacking flavor. Herbs and spices are all unlimited, obviously if they're organic.
So what's the supplement and the charcoal and the binders and that stuff?
Well, I am not sure yet because I want to make sure I'm giving the right pricing on those. I want to go through full script the next couple days, and I'll give you an idea. But really, there's already the push catch already has the charcoal in it, so that's why I like that kit. I might add something else on the side, but I think we're kind of covered. Maybe it would be like a spirulina, chlorella type of thing. You can add to your smoothies. But
Jim, we're looking at dates and we're already realizing like March is pretty full for everybody. So this might be more of an April, maybe like after the holidays, so everybody has,
That's a good idea.
can prepare
I'm
for
on a
it.
cruise the whole time.
It's hard. Like you need to be ready, you need to be prepared, you need to have the supplements.
Just now.
Like you said, pre is very important. So as much as we'd all love to get started, I think to do it the right way is when everybody is, the holidays have passed, you're not on vacation, you're home, you've cleared your calendar.
and Easter's early, right, this year.
Yes.
Right.
So maybe like mid-April would be good.
Perfect.
So we'll try and get dates together that work for this group. And then basically you would send us an email, right, saying, okay, guys, here's what it is that I'd like you to do. And we can start to get everything that we need in order and in place for it. So we're all prepared and ready to go.
I'll give you once we get everyone signed up, I'll send out the email with the instructions to start off things. So you have all the prepping ahead of time.
Okay.
Is there anything is there anything at Christopher Street that we should not be eating?
Cashews.
The gluten you shouldn't be eating.
How about cashews though?
Cashews are not my favorite, so you want to watch it. And again, it can contain the fungus a little bit in the mold. So their products, so I trust his sourcing so well, I kind of would let it slide a little bit. Not that you're doing it every day, but some cleansers might disagree, but I think you're okay in moderation.
And how about Jen paying you? Is there a way to just Venmo you, or would you prefer if we collect it and get it to you?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyone, you guys individual, whatever's easiest for everybody. You guys can write a check or Venmo, PayPal, Zelle.
Okay.
I've got it all. So anyway, it's best for you guys. And it's fine. And then I would sign you up with full script, and you would get the supplement kit that way, because it gives you, I think, 20% off.
Perfect.
And I love that site. It's just nice for practitioners. And if you want to get the email list together,
Sure.
and then you'll get an email from Full Script with the supplement. I'll add it to everyone's email. So
Perfect.
it will be and then you'll get an email from Full Script, and that will just, and then you pay that, and you have that ready to rock and roll before the cleanse.
Perfect. So we'll figure out dates, I'd say like mid-April, probably.
Okay,
after-
so let's make sure we are
Taxes.
checked
Is that
with
good?
all the boxes
Yeah.
at the end of March.
Anytime.
So everybody has their kits,
Right.
Yeah.
everybody's
I
gearing
think
up
like
for.
group text would be great. Everybody can, any kind of support, any questions, encouraging each other would be great.
And if anyone needs like a half an hour private with me, they can always do that, or they feel like they need more questions, or I could even do a group thing like this, and we can do a little, paid little group thing for a half an hour. That's fine. I don't mind doing that.
I have another question. How about the vitamins that I'm taking, and I am on a few medications, and I do an IV drip with Elizabeth Tringali. I use Tramil.
Yes, excellent. I just saw her today. She's a dear friend of mine, and
I know
she's
that.
so yeah, she'll love this, that you're doing this, and you can tell her, and I just talked
It's
to her
me,
about
by
my
the way.
son. And you just obviously don't take any of the binders and such with your medications ever. The binders are charcoal, they'll bind with the medication, causing it not to absorb with your medication.
Wow, I didn't know that. Is that like biocidin?
Biocidin is more of a natural antibiotic, so you're okay on that. But that's more to, I don't know what she's working with you on, but that's more of just a natural antibiotic.
So is oatmeal, okay on that? Steel oats?
We'll see about that. We will see. There's a couple brands that might be okay, and it would need to do it gluten free, and it would need to maybe be buckwheat, and you'd soak it 24 hours, rinse it, and all that good stuff. So that could be a possibility. Yes. Again, I've got cleanses up the wazoo, but I would tailor this for you guys. So it's good to know what you guys like and don't want. You guys can send me a group list, from whoever, and just say, what you kind of want me to gear it towards.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll start a
Do you
group
know what-
chat, and then everybody can give a little bit of input if there's something, any questions or something they feel strongly about, and this way that'll help you to gear the cleanse for the group.
I have another question as far as juices. If you're going to recommend some juices, would they pretty much be green, or would you have fruit in them, or?
You can have a little bit. You can have a little bit of the fruit, of course, and fruit's not bad. Just sometimes it's liquefying that turns it a little more higher glycemic.
Right.
We want to keep your sugars down, but that's okay. I do believe in the color of the rainbow, and I, keeping it, lovely is fine. That was fine.
Right. So you would you recommend some of the ones from Christopher's then?
I would give you the specific ones I like,
Okay.
the vitality, the ones that I did a lot of
That'd be
this cleanses with them, and things. So yes, we'll
Okay, that's
we'll
great.
give you on that, and, tell you, stay clear of a couple other ones. And again, you can ask me questions about, that, what you're at the store, or you're at the Christopher's Kitchen, you could say, what fruit did I get? Text me.
Okay, great,
Perfect.
super.
All right, so Jen, is there anything else you need from us? I will start like a group chat, and but is there anything else you have questions for us, or anything you need from us?
No, you guys are great. I think it's the more power, the better. More women, the better. I mean, getting as many people, because I think it's the movement and innovation of you guys doing it. So the more getting more girls in would be lovely. But I love this group already. It's so tight knit and fun. And so I think it's a fun experience. You're looking at this as an upgrade. Like thinking you're learning something. It's a fun little way to upgrade your life and your health. And it gives me goosebumps. That's so fun to do work with groups. So I think you guys are a great group.
Awesome.
Come on, go ahead. A question over here, Josie, come on.
Yeah, I'm very active. I play tennis. I do
Speak
golf.
loud so she can
I
hear.
can't hear.
I am very active. Tennis, golf, and the gym. And we're in full season now, so I'm wondering if it's a good time for me. Probably not.
Absolutely. You still will be active. You still will be able to do all that. You might be the candidate that adds an egg, adds a little more avocado, adds a little bit more oomph to the cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's all. I've got athletes doing it. Olympic gymnast. Who's doing it before training and things. Absolutely. So you're absolutely fine.
Amazing.
So let me ask you one more question. I've done juice fasts, with Gabriel Cousins in Arizona, and a lot of people went through a lot of detox. What I like about this, which I think will be great for us, is that we're going to be eating food as well. So, no, I think that's great because there shouldn't be as much, let's say, reaction, even though we're going to definitely be detoxing. Is there anything anybody should, like, watch for if they're feeling lightheaded or stomach ache or gas or any of that stuff?
Yeah, that just means your detox pathways need to be open. So that's where you increase your water intake, you do some deep breathing, you move your lymph system, you take a walk, you get a massage, take a bath, Epsom salts. These things will all help move your lymph and open up those detox pathways. So that's where some of those reactions are from having stagnant the toxins going back into the lymph system.
Got it.
So you're going to eliminate, keep your bowels open. We're going to try for 2 to 3 bowel movements a day, not loose stools, but you're going to be having full bowel movements. We're going to be, hopefully more than one a day.
Now, do you have any opinion on enemas or colonics?
I love them. That's part of it. You can absolutely do that, and I give you recommendations on who to see. Doing an enema, doing a coffee enema, doing or coffee colonic. You could do. I'm thinking of the girl's name, Katie Wellness. She does an. I'll send you the information about her to sign up with her. There's a few of the places around here with colonics. Coffee enemas are excellent. That helps, obviously, as many of you know, help with the liver detoxification beautifully. So if you're already privy to that, absolutely. I love castor oil packs.
Yes, I was going to ask that, yeah.
And how many?
What is that?
How
What is
many
it called?
enemas and how many colonics would you recommend in a week, let's say?
You would do enemas, well, it depends on your bowel movement state, but at least a few times a week, but you're trying to, even every day, honestly, people do them every day. It depends on what we're kind of doing for the cleanses and what your bowel movements are already like. I would absolutely do a colonic once or twice in that week. Usually just once of a high colonic.
Great.
That week. And there's a beautiful woman, Diane, that is vegan, that works closely with Christopher's Kitchen. She's lovely. I've worked with her for years down here.
Excellent.
What was a castor oil
Yeah,
pack?
can you
What
describe
was
the castor oil
that?
pack?
I've
Because
never
I
heard
did that with my liver cleanse.
So Queen of Thrones is an excellent company. There's many other ones. I lived next door to the Edgar Casey Center most of my life, which is the guru of castor oil packs. Anyways, this is Virginia Beach. But castor oil is one of the deepest penetrating oils out there, healing, anti-inflammatory, incredible for the body. You lay that over the abdomen, preferably, and always making sure you're getting over the liver to be able to help detoxification. It soothes, heals, and detoxifies at the same time. I've been doing them for 45 years. I've been doing them since, given my age, since I was 10 years old. So they're phenomenal. And I love these. So look into that. Queen of Thrones is great because they have packs that you can wrap and you can wear them tied around your waist to cook dinner. You have to wear like an ugly t-shirt because they stain them up a little bit, but I love doing that. I used to catch me to lay there and have the big wool things over your stomach back in the old days. But that's a great way to open up detox pathways, lymph system, and help you tremendously.
And then you have to do an organic cloth around the pack, the castor oil pack. It has to be organic.
The castor
comes
oil,
with
which
it?
is wool. It's like a wool pack or cotton over your belly, and then you can put a big towel over it, and then you can do a hot water bottle over your stomach if you want, or just have it over plain. It's a great way to move your bowels. Great way. Just real quick, your bowels are sometimes lined inside your bowels with gunk, old tar, old bowel buildup of things, and that helps really soften it and eliminate it. People are like, oh my God, I've had a really full, complete bowel movement, more than I ever had in the last 15 years. That's because you're getting all that gunk up inside the intestines with the fiber, the juices, all the goodies we're talking about. So, you wake up in the morning and, oh my God, my stomach feels so flat. Well, you just got a lot of gunk out.
And the castor oil pack, can you do that in an infrared sauna?
Absolutely.
I have an infrared sauna, you're all invited.
Yeah.
Sure,
How often do you
double
do
stack.
this, Jen? How often do you do the castor oil pack?
Well, you can do it during the cleanse every night, but then 2 to 3 times a week here on out, or 1 time a week for maintenance. It's phenomenal.
Wow, okay.
But
That's
this
new
is
for
my
me.
pleasure, you girls. I'm very excited. Let me know, how you guys are, what you're thinking. Give me, the day we're kind of aim for the middle of April.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we'll set things up, make sure we're kind of already locked in place, like April 1st is kind of the goal. So we're already, we got massages lined up, colonics possibly, or whatever, whatever it is. And we'll have all the emails out to everybody and, and we'll get the, try and get the more the merrier. If, get more people, get your husbands to do it.
And we'll plan to like start on a Monday, right? Like nice and easy, and then just go through the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Right. Jen, thank you so much for your time. I'll connect with you again to set up our appointment. And thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
We have a meeting upstairs, so I will speak to we'll put it out there to everybody in the big room to see who else would like to join. Okay.
Great. My pleasure, girls.
Okay, bye, Jen. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
This is gonna be great.